Good morning, everybody. It is Mr. Condon. I'm putting together the answer key for this second chemistry packet. As of now, a good pace to be would to be have finished the 2 Pogles. So if you want to email me those answers or take pictures of them if you wrote them down and send them to me, I can start getting them into Gradebook. Also feel free, if you want to get feedback or aren't sure about certain answers, send me an email and I'll be responding to those. I'll be posting that on Classroom later today, but as I was putting together the answer key for the chemistry packet, one thing that I wanted to show you how to do was to make a graph using Google Docs. So not all of us have Excel, but if you have access to Google Drive, Google Classroom, one thing you can do is you can make something called a Google Sheet. That is where you're going to organize any sort of data, and it also has graphing capability. So I wanted you to see how I could do this, how to set it up easily so you don't have to figure out how to perfectly make your X and Y axis titles or your title, because on Sheets it's not the most user-friendly way to make a graph, but I know this is a way that all of us can have access to making a graph. So let me show you what I've done here. First of all, here's that data table that we have in the packet. What I've done is I've transferred all of that data over here. Now, the worksheet asks you to make the x-axis all of the element symbols, so I've done that over here, and we're going to be making graphs for both electronegativity and for ionization energy. So here I have it set up so I can have 2 graphs. So let me just blow up the data over here. Now, I have it in 2 different sections because I want to make 2 different graphs. So you can see that this is going to be my first graph, this set of data, and then this set of data is going to be my graph for the ionization energy. This first graph, what you're going to do is I've already set it up so it's going to be super easy for me. I don't have to input extra titles or anything. It's just going to be set up the way I've done it. Whenever you know what you want your x-axis to be, and because we want element symbol to be on the x-axis, that's the horizontal axis, I've put that first in this column. And then what we want on our y-axis is going to be the electronegativity, so that is over here. Now, this is cool because it does it for you. So if you don't feel like printing out, or if you can't print out that grid paper that I made, or if you would rather do it this way, you're welcome to do it this way. I think this is a really useful skill. And in terms of real life, if you're ever making graphs for a job or work, or your employer's asking you to graph like sales or something like that, you're definitely going to want to do it on a computer and not by hand. So this is one way to do it. X and Y, I have this set up, I have this set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this first box and hold that down. And I'm highlighting all of the data I want. So now all my data is highlighted. The first top 2 boxes of both columns, those are going to end up being our axes titles. So it knows to make those our titles. It knows not to actually include those in the graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put insert, click insert, then go to chart. So it's going to just pop up a chart that it thinks is best for the job, and then you can work with it. So I'm going to click chart, and hey, there it is. See some patterns? So over here is our chart editor. Now we want to change it up. So it asks for a bar graph on the worksheet, right? So the chart type right now says line graph. So, and it shows you kind of what it'll look like. What I want to do is something like a column chart. So instead of a bar graph, it calls it a column chart. Go ahead and click on that. So I'm going to click on that, and I have my data. Perfect. So it already knows that this is the title for the y-axis, electronegativity, with the unit Pauling scale, and then down here is our element symbol for the first 20 elements ordered by increasing atomic number. I'm just going to go ahead and see that that title is perfect versus that. So we're good to go. Our chart is done. Give it a try on that second one for ionization energy, but that is a way we can make sure we are able to graph on Google Sheets. If we want to put it on a Google Doc, you can just copy it and paste it right into that document. Feel free to email me your graphs and ask me for feedback, how to fix it.